Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Idioms Explained podcast. This is Season 2, Episode 6, and I'm your host, Emily, here on Learn English by English.
And I'm Alex. It's always a pleasure to be here. Emily, before we decide what to do with our day today, let's solve the What's Alex's Idiom challenge from S2E5.
An excellent idea, Alex. In our last episode, you described your sister being very happy about a huge sale where everything was incredibly cheap, and she felt she got amazing deals.
I did. And we asked our listeners which idiom from Season 1 best described her feeling about the prices or the ease of getting those deals. The answer, after many fantastic guesses, is a piece of cake.
A piece of cake, meaning something is very easy, or in this context, getting great deals was very easy and satisfying. Well done to everyone who guessed correctly. You can find that idiom in episode 10 of season 1.
Fantastic work, everyone. Now, Emily, what idiom are we looking at today? It sounds like it might involve making a decision.
It certainly does, Alex. Today's idiom is one we all use when we've had enough work or activity for a while. To call it a day.
To call it a day. A very familiar and often welcome phrase. It means to decide to stop working on something or to stop any activity for the rest of the day, right?
Exactly. It signifies the end of the workday or a particular effort. For example, we've been working on this report for 8 hours straight. I think it's time to call it a day.
It implies that you've done enough, or you're tired, or it's simply the appropriate time to stop. What's the origin of this phrase, Emily? Is it as straightforward as it sounds?
It's fairly straightforward, Alex. The phrase seems to have originated in the late 19th or early 20th century. The call means to declare or announce. So you're essentially declaring that the day of work or effort is over. Sometimes you might also hear call it a night if you're stopping an activity late in the evening.
That makes sense. So it's like an official announcement, even if just to yourself, that you're done for now. For instance, a band after a long rehearsal might say, "Okay, that was productive. Let's call it a day."
Precisely. Or if you're gardening and the sun starts to set, you might think, I've done a lot. I'll call it a day and finish the rest tomorrow. It often carries a sense of completion for the time being or reaching a natural stopping point.
It does. It can also be used if something isn't going well and you decide to stop to avoid further frustration. We've been trying to fix this computer for hours with no luck. Let's just call it a day and look at it with fresh eyes tomorrow.
That's a very good point, Alex. It can be a strategic decision to stop. So it's not always about finishing a task completely, but rather finishing your efforts on that task for that specific period.
Well put. It's a versatile phrase for marking the end of an effort. So, to summarize for our listeners, to call it a day means to decide to stop doing something, especially work or a specific activity, for the rest of the day.
A perfect and timely summary, Alex. And speaking of which, are our listeners ready to stop pondering today's main idiom and start thinking about the What's Alex's Idiom challenge?
I'm sure they are. Time to put those Season 1 idiom caps back on. Here's today's scenario. My friend told me about a problem he was having at work. He explained it in great detail, going on and on about all sorts of minor issues, but he never actually said what the main problem was or what he wanted me to do about it. It was quite frustrating. Which idiom from Season 1 best described what my friend was doing by not getting to the main point?
That sounds like a very indirect conversation, listeners. Listeners, what do you think? Which idiom from Season 1 describes avoiding the main topic? Head to the comments and let us know your guess.
We're looking forward to your direct and insightful answers. And with that, perhaps it's time we
Call it an episode. Thanks for joining us for Season 2, Episode 6 of Idioms Explained podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to Learn English by English and hit that notification bell.
Your support by liking, sharing, and commenting really helps us continue. We're dedicated to providing quality content. Until next time, everyone.
Bye for now, and know when to call it a day.